So let's give this a try. This would be opening for a video, and I have no idea how it's going to work in terms of sound levels or what kind of view you get inside the shed. However, this is what I could start off with, is explaining what I am and what I do, and then going into more the ideas of behind the Turbo Trainer, the bike that I got set up here that's just out of shot, you can't really see it, so I need to use the second camera to have a look around it. And then what else I'm going to do. So to start off with, this is the shed. This is Hut 8, kind of named after Alan Turing's hut in Bletchley Park, because it is home with Enigma, which is my bike, which I normally do more long distance stuff on. But the rest of the time, this is the shed, which is used as the workshop. It's so I've got a workbench and all the rest of the stuff that I've got for tools going. Cabinet for the tools in there as well. Also got things like my bike store that's in here, the whole family bike store, spare parts, but also it gets used a lot in terms of for the turbo training and what I'm going to be doing for the projects going through 2025. So that's what this video is going to be setting the scene for. In terms of taking you around what I've got in here, I'll probably do this with multiple cuts, so I'm going to chop this up. I have couple of, well, at the moment it's winter time, so it is cold. In here I've got a little temperature sensor which is hidden away, which is linked to my phone, so I can actually tell how cold it is getting in here, also the humidity as well. One of the big problems we're going to get, especially as there's a lot of wood panelling, and you can see at the back of this we've got reclaimed pallets. It's used as the pallet wall, so the moisture is going to be a problem in terms of the degradation of the shed over time. It is insulated. Behind all this lot here there is insulation board. The whole lot's been decked out. We bought it as a shell, ex-display, and then I did a lot of the work inside to make sure it's kind of like set out to what it should be. However, said that, it does get very cold in here. There's no heating in here. The one thing I do use is I've got a small oil heater. I can stick it on a timer, which means it kicks in before I come out here and do training first thing in the morning. It gives me a bit of comfort if I come out here in the evening when I'm doing jobs. But when you get moving around doing jobs, you get warm anyway. The other crucial thing up there is, well, the Wi-Fi, and the one next to it is extraction. Like on the idea of the moisture, as I'm doing a lot of activity in here, you need something to take the moisture out. The amount of sweat, quite minging. It goes out that way there. That way I can keep the place enclosed. Other things that got not wide at the moment are the two black boxes. They're speakers. They will do surround sound eventually if I get around to that point. However, on the wall, which is behind the camera, there's also additional two, plus there's a bass box and all the rest of it. You can do 5.1 surround sound. Not done yet at the moment, it's done with stereo and with a bass box because it's just used as audio streaming at the moment from Spotify and all the rest of it. Other bits that I got hidden but don't blow the camera is a fan blower, which is what's used for keeping cooling during all the sessions, and also I have things like the TV, which is below the camera at the moment. I'll give a bit of detail about that. It's a eBay bargain, it's nothing fancy at all. Other ones that I've got is because the big screen is really quite hefty and all the rest of it, it is all plasma. It puts out a bit of heat. A place like this, having additional heat isn't a problem most of the time that I'm using this place. In the summer it might get a bit more difficult, but in the winter it's not waste heat, it's heat which is actually heating this place up. However, that's a big, huge screen, and it's not that difficult. Not that easy to use if you're going to be doing something on the desk here. So I have got an additional screen here. Often what I'll do is I'll have the Zwift running ahead of me, and then to the side of me I'll actually have a movie or something, YouTube, Spotify playlist, whatever it is, to keep you motivated to get through the whole lot. So that's kind of what I've got. There is one or two bits of automation in here. I have got one or two relays which are on Wi-Fi, also lights on Wi-Fi as well, which means that you can set a program and it'll light up before you come out here. I have got two computers that are around here. So I've got a computer which runs Zwift. It's a evolution of computers that I've had running Zwift. I've always used PCs. I have used a mobile phone at one point, and just because of circumstances, but apart from that, it's always been a PC. However, because the PC, particularly when I did the ultra distance one up to 1851K, I was paranoid that if something crashed while streaming, something would go wrong and I would lose a lot. So I split it out into two computers. One has the ability to be a media server and do streaming and all the rest of it, while the other one is dedicated solely for Swift. No expense spared. I got off eBay and built them up myself. Excuse me. A lot of it was raiding the parts bins, see what we could find online on discounts, crash buys, all the rest of it, and off you go. That's what the setup was. That's what I still work by. It's brilliant. Other thing that I have got up here is it's above the camera is a security camera. That way, what I can do is two things. One thing is that I can put warnings on it and all the rest of it. So if I'm away, something happens in here, I get a notification. I can tell whether something has occurred. If I go away for work, like what's coming up, I'll know when my son brings his bike back or takes it out in the morning, because I'll get a little notification. If, however, there's a notification and we're all together, I mean something else has gone wrong, I can then look on my phone and see if something's broken in, or if something's paint can's fallen over, or you know what I mean. It's that kind of thing. That's what security is for these days. So that's what I've got as my environment that's around me.